Hello and welcome back to the Achievement Planner, and today I'm coming to you with a pretty quick game, and it's a fun game, Deliver Us the Moon, and it's a space game. I love space games. You're in solitude. Nobody's really with you. You don't have any companions. You don't have any people. You're going to see some holograms that are going to make you feel like you're seeing people, but for the most part, you're just alone looking around this space station, and it's creepy, but it's not a horror game. But it's definitely creepy at times, and it's challenging. So this game has 32 achievements for 1,000 gamer score, 2 out of 10 difficulty, only because a couple parts just need you to really focus and do stuff. Completion time 6 to 8 hours, and playthrough number 1, all achievements and collectibles, unless you're me and you left something early, but I'll explain that to you, and then you won't do it. Of course. Category 1, Story Achievements. 9 achievements for 305 gamer score, and you will get all of these just for playing this game. Category 2, Miscellaneous Achievements. 12 achievements for 400 gamer score. You spin me right round. And I'm not going to necessarily tell you where these are because you can watch the guide. I'm going to put up a guide by the Welsh Hunter. I'm also going to be putting up a second guide, so I'll put up the Welsh Hunter guide. That's 100% walkthrough, so he'll show you where to go for everything, and if he's funny, of course. I will also put up another one if you just want to look where the collectibles are. And that's going to show you where every correct collectible is, and it's not going to spoil any of the story. So yeah, you can watch either one. They're both fun. They're both awesome. So You Spin Me Right Round has made the world go round. So towards the beginning of the game, and you could actually watch this on the second video I'm putting up, where it's just the collectibles, because they also have all of these miscellaneous ones in that video. But again, also the Welsh Hunter has the same thing. So towards the beginning of the game, there's this globe, and you're going to see it. It's on the right, and you just have to spin it around and keep spinning until you get the achievement. Yep, there you go. All right, in the nick of time, 15 gamer score, reach the Taurus 5 with only seconds to go. I'm assuming it's Taurus 5 and not Taurus V. But anyway, so there's this, you have to actually shoot off into the rocket and go. So you need to do this whole process to get it going. And then you only have, like, I forget how long, maybe a minute or so to get into it so that you could shoot off into the rocket. So you just have to, like, kind of dilly-dally on the little area before you actually go up and climb the ladder into the rocket. So you just dilly-dally, do whatever. You can see it on the video. And once I got to 5, I ran in and jumped on that ladder, and then I got in, and I got that achievement. All right, number 3, Houston, we've had a problem. So once you start trying to fly the rocket, you just have to fail 5 times. Now, I almost failed the 6th time when I actually tried to do it because I wasn't fast enough. But anyway, just don't do anything, and it'll restart it again over and over. Just don't do it 5 times. 4, Gasping for Air. Found oxygen when death seemed certain. So this is when you first encounter the no gravity area, and there are oxygen tanks all over. Excuse me. And you need to let your your air go all the way down to 1, and then you need to finally take that oxygen in, and you'll get that achievement. So it's like you're gonna die, and you're okay. Yep. Number 5, Moon Bear, 30 gamer score. If only Kathy could see this. I don't know who Kathy is. You know what's probably in the story, but I forget names. There's a telescope you look in, and there's, I don't even know if I want to tell you what it is. You know what? You look inside. I'm going to show you what it looks like here, but I'm not going to show you what happens. I'm going to let you enjoy the surprise, all right? So just look in there and wait, and you will see the surprise that comes through. All right? It's not scary or anything. All right, number 6, Have a Seat. Brought a seat outside to admire the view. I would say to definitely watch the guide on this one. Both guides have it. You need to take this one seat from this one area, and you need to push it all the way out into this other area. So you got to do a puzzle in between, and you got to do, yeah, it's a whole process. I mean, you could see what I'm putting up on the video where I found the chair, what door I'm putting it through, and then I'll put up, where the ending point is, where the achievement actually pops. But if you want to see how to do it exactly, you can watch the guides. All right. Not a Scratch remained unharmed during an electrifying standoff. I didn't like this part personally. It was just irritating. I feel like you can sprint with I don't remember exactly. I think you could sprint. You'll know if you're playing it, but I think I pressed left bumper and I pushed in the left stick, and I think that made me go faster. either way, I had to do both in order for me to get behind the pillars so I don't get shot by that thing. And then you just have to get through all the pillars without getting shot, and you get it. It actually took me a while because I'm not good at things like that. So, but yeah, you'll definitely get that. It's not that hard. Just for me, of course. 8, Among the Stars, 30 gamer score. One small step for man, one giant leap for mankind. And that's the moon landing. That's what they say. Well, that's right, because you have to. And I think I may have missed this on the... I don't know if the achievement popped on the video for me. But yeah, you just have to moon land where they moon land all those years ago. All right, 9, and but this is when you're outside, by the way, on the moon itself, when you're in the Stargazer. Not in the Stargazer, I forget what the vehicle's called. Number 9, speaking of which, Stargazer, 30 gamer score, survived outside for 30 minutes. This was annoying. You literally have to stay in this car outside for 30 minutes. So I set a timer. I went and did stuff, and I came back at the end, and I got it. You could drive around, you could, I don't know, pop wheelies. I mean, I don't know what you could do in the vehicle. I didn't really do much. But yeah, 30 minutes, like, I don't know. I find that kind of annoying, to be honest. But at least it was pretty. That's positive. All right, number 10, goodbye, old friend. Took your companion cell on a trip that came to an untimely end. So you need to find the companion cell. It's kind of like the power thing, the powers things. I just said power thing twice. I said it 3 times now. And you have to take this one. It's a dead one. Usually in the game, you take the dead ones out, you put a new one in. So I'm showing you where you get this dead one. And you literally have to go through the entire level up until a point. And you have to keep this thing with you. And you have to finish with this thing. It's actually, I think at the end, and I'm going to put it here, but you need, I think it's right. You put it behind the vehicle. You lay it behind the vehicle, and as long as you got it there and you're going into the building, it pops at some point then. I think that's the final place. And if not, I'll write it, but I'm pretty sure. And so, like, there are some points where you have to throw it out the airlock and go back to it later and find it. So the guides will definitely help you with that one specifically. Or you can figure it out yourself. But now you saw where you find it and you saw where it ends. So that's the key I want to give you. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, 11, the Aquanaut. They all float down here. Yes, of course, Georgie. That was not a good Pennywise imitation. So, and if you're scared of clowns or Pennywise, I apologize. But you need to find rubber ducks. And you need to find 2 different rubber ducks. This is towards the end of the level. End of the game, sorry. Maybe the last section of the game. And you're going to find one in a... I'm not going to tell you where. Yeah, I'm not going to tell you. But you do have to find 2 different ducks. I probably put it in the video. I don't know. I don't know yet. I make the videos later. But 2 ducks. And then once you find them, you get that. And number 12, Now You See Me, found the rhythm to a source of an overwhelming power. And at the end, when something's blowing up like crazy, you need to not get hit by the heat. Is okay. You're going to go by it and you're going to see the heat. There's like heat. It's okay, but it's going to explode. I had to make the sound effect. And you just have to make sure you're behind the pillar like in the video. And then you have to run, make sure you're behind the pillar. Run, make sure you're behind the pillar. Yeah. By the way, right after that, when you get to the elevator after that, the game stopped working for me. So hopefully you will not have the same problems with the game shutting off by itself numerous times, because honestly I was so aggravated with this game because of that part, because it just kept shutting off on me, and that was one of the parts that shut off on me right after that achievement. So I really hope you don't have to deal with that. If so, I kept going and I kept trying and I kept trying. Eventually it went through, so don't give up. Category 3, collectible achievements, 11 achievements for 295 gamer score. You couldn't have just made it 300? Whatever. Number 1, the first of many courses. So basically this whole thing here, you need to collect. You need to scan certain things. That's number 1. You need to hear and listen to all the audio logs, which you can walk away from the audio log and walk, and kind of like in Dead Space, where you hear the audio log and you can keep going on with your story while you're listening. All right. Number 3, however, witness the hologram. You have to sit. And that goes with number 7, witnessed all holograms. I should have put them together, but whatever. You have to actually sit and have it register. When you find a scannable item, an audio log, a hologram, a Moon Man comic, all this stuff, you need to make sure it writes it in your journal up in the top right corner that it wrote down, this person just found this item. because I listened to a hologram, listened to all of it, and left right before it ended, and it didn't track it for me. So I didn't get the achievement for witnessing all the holograms. I had to go back into story mode, go back to the chapter, and redo it. So it was really annoying. So make sure for the holograms, you sit, you listen to the whole thing, don't leave, and make sure it tracks it for you. All right. Number 4 is the Moon Man comics. I think there were only 6, 1 per level. You just have to. You have to pick them up and you have to read them. Make sure you read them. I looked at the front, the back, and I read it. So make sure you read it. Number 5, finding all the audio logs. Number 6, finding all the scannable items. And number 7, witnessing all holograms. And if you do all of that, you'll get these other 4 achievements. Basically, as you're doing it, you'll get those 4. So as long as you're following the guide and you're knowing where everything is, unless you can find everything really well by yourself, that's awesome too. Yeah, you'll get those last 4. So this is it. Besides it crashing on me so many times and me missing that hologram, this game was pretty awesome. It's not long at all, and there were some really good puzzles, and I hope you enjoy it. It was a pretty awesome story. So yeah, I'll see you next time on the Achievement Planner.